if you have the chance to go to the SEMA Show, you'll come across a booth that is riddled with transmissions and transmission-looking stuff in the front, and then some of the baddest race cars in the world in the back that happen to be street legal. And tell us how all this fits together.
Well, Gear Vendors is the primary sponsor of Hot Rod Magazine's Drag Week each year, Kevin, and we love it. It's an event, just seems, the rule book seems to be written for us because it's bad to the bone, massive horsepower. We have 14 different classes. So I mean, you can show up there with 12-second stuff, 14-second stuff, and have a great time. But as most of your viewership probably knows, I mean, we do 5 tracks, 5 days, drive over 1,000 miles. This last year was 1,200 miles. And so these cars we have on our booth, the Ultimate Iron Champ, Goldstone, and then Tom Bailey's Unlimited Championship. And so they drove 1,200 miles on the street and had to show up at the track and lay down their number, and they can make as many passes as they want, which is a really cool thing for not just these cars, but just any
car.
Yeah, to be able to put in many passes as you want, and then we get time slipped at the best you can do. Throw that into Tanya and Keith Turk and head on down to the next track. Go by our checkpoints. Take a photo of your car in front of the checkpoints so we know that you're not cheating the route and stuff, and then off to the next track. And this year was the first year that the popularity, after 11 years, the popularity got so much. We got 5,000 fans at 8 o'clock in the morning in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Crazy.
Just absolutely nuts. The place will hold 1,000 people.
Right. Too cool. Well, I think as we look at the kind of trajectory of what Drag Week has become, initially it seems to me like it was, let's get a race car that runs 7s to go down the street. And then it was, well, let's get that street-driven race car to maybe go in the 6s. And then maybe go in the 6s a couple of times. And now we're to the point where, the Unlimited class, these are ultra cutting edge, ultra lightweight, purpose-built, essentially rocket ships for the street that can consistently do the 6s, and now they're going for the 5s.
Right.
But this car behind you, I think, is a little more identifiable, a little more fascinating for me, because we all dig the full-on race cars like this thing.
Right.
But this doesn't look like it should go that fast.
No, and you're right. 6 seconds 2.0, Tom Bailey's second iteration of going fast. He was the first guy to do 6s at every track with the original 6 seconds car, the 69 Camaro. So then he comes in skinny kid race cars and Steve Morris engines, and he get together with the idea of, hey, let's build something directly at Drag Week and directly at going the Ohio Mile. Let's go 300 in the Ohio Mile. Let's say we do 5 seconds at Drag Week. And there's Lutz, Larson, Schroeder, Bailey, and then all those guys themselves even love this stuff. This is the ultimate iron. And this is where we, all steel car, real car, fiberglass hood and trunk, is all you're allowed. And it's doing 6s every day. So only the second car, only one steel car, the 69 Camaro last year that Larson built had ever done 6s in steel. And now we expect to see that be the popular growing class, more attainable than what Tom and Larson and those guys are doing, just because they're going so high dollar at a record. They're trying to get that 5 second pass, which would be insane. And I'm glad. Oh yeah. There's been a lot of talk on the internet about people who hate these pro mod cars. But if you ever got a chance to be on the highway and watch one of those things go down the road,
oh yeah, you'll giggle for an hour.
Oh yeah, it's never been done. It's never been done. When have you ever seen a pro mod car driving down the street? So it's just absolutely incredible. Yeah. I'm glad it happened, but the longevity probably isn't there that enough people will want for a jacket and a guitar and a Gear Vendors trophy. Probably not want to keep building over nearly $500,000 machines to go at that. So yeah, Ultimate Iron and all the 14 classes, so the power added classes, normally aspirated classes, all those are a blast. All those are a blast. These guys just happen to make, with the Unlimited, happen to make some press right now.
Yeah, well, like you said, we all love the Unlimited stuff, but there's a lot more cars too, that aren't to this level that could play in this class.
Oh yeah.
So the field
Yeah.
Even though there's no problem getting people to sign up for this event.
No.
But imagine.
Yeah, we sell out, and so this year was the first time we did a drag weekend. So we just came from that ended on Saturday before SEMA, where we did Tucson, Chandler, Phoenix, and then Fontana. And we're going to change that up a little bit, but the goal eventually is to have 4 drag weekends in the 4 corners of the U.S. supporting Drag Week, so that those guys who win their classes at Drag Weekend will get an automatic kind of buy-in. They'll still have to pay their fee, but they won't have to sit next to their computer and try to be one of the guys that gets in
they're qualified.
Within 5 minutes before we sell out. So that's cool, and it's just off the hook great for gear vendors, because of course these things make over 3,000 horsepower. Bailey's pushing close to 4,000 horsepower at the big end of the track. Unbelievable. So we get to put an overdrive in the vehicle, so he can cut down the road. All these things, if you can save another few hundred RPM by being in overdrive and driving at just say 1,800 RPM instead of 2,500 RPM, it's huge for the valve train. Because when the engine's under stress, the driver's under stress. Yet you put it in overdrive and you click everything down, and now all of a sudden you're a lot more relaxed and you're cruising along without semis and everything going by you at what seems like twice your speed. You're cruising. You can find your little pockets to drive in where you're there. You keep some sanity, keep some space around you, because everybody's wanting to take pictures of them and everything else. So if you can just kind of find those little pockets, the whole drive is a lot more fun. That's how come we became the sponsor of it.
Oh yeah.
Because we've had other sponsors that have showed up and kind of ran away. Like, oh no, these guys really are hard on stuff. There's be a lot of VHT on that track, they can break darn near anything, but it does bring out the very best products, and it is cutting edge.
Oh yeah.
It's never been done before. This is only the second car in steel to even be in the conversation of doing 6s every day, anywhere.
So what does this car weigh?
3,600 pounds, right about there. Yep.
Basically, it's stock weight.
Oh yeah, A great story, because Bryant's owned this car for over 20 years, and so him and his father-in-law put this whole thing together.
572 cubes,
right?
188s.
Yep. Rosler 210 with the gear vendors. So making 3,300.
Yeah, unbelievable. An all-steel car and going 6s.
Yeah, no, they're crazy. Sometimes at the show here, we get a little too caught up in show cars. The Ring Brothers and Troy Pena, Rad Rides, and all these guys make absolutely to die for beautiful stuff. But we don't want to forget the speed parts.
Correct.
That's what SEMA originally stood for.
Yeah, it was speed equipment originally.
Yeah, speed equipment. And these things are, like I say, the fact that you can take a 6-second car and drive it on the road reliably. Oh my God, how far have we brought speed parts? Yeah.
More than a quarter of a mile at a time.
Well, and a normal Pro Mod car runs for what? 12 minutes probably, something like that, average, before they tear it completely down and rebuild the thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
12 minutes. It's true. That's a great point.
No.
Not 1,200 miles.
Not 1,200 miles. Yeah, if they're watching this, they're like, really?
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
Right. Too cool.
Right.
Well, it's always a pleasure, buddy.
All right.
Thanks for the update, and
you bet.
we'll look for more.
Yeah, we'll see you next year.
Thank you.